Hey there, all you wonderful cripples and no cripples out there. My name is Daz Bartley, and this is... Oh God, I can't believe I'm doing this video. I keep getting asked a lot on Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat, how do I have sex? And can I have sex? Well, yes, I can have sex. How do you guys have sex? Do you have sex walking around? What? Oh, right. Be serious, Daz. Whoo! Yes, I can have sex. Everything works down there. It's not very big, but I'm joking. Or am I? On a serious note, yes, I can have sex. Do it the way most people do it. Obviously, I don't go on top, as I might kill them. But you move. Sorry, good girl. Don't want you knocking it over. Good girl. Sorry, the dog was around the tripod. I didn't want to knock my camera off. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I can't go on top of people, otherwise I'll kill them because it's not exactly light. But yes, everything does work. I hope. No, I'm joking. Yes, it does, and I know it does. Other questions I got asked was, dating-wise, do I find it a struggle? Yes and no. No, because my personality comes out pretty much 5 minutes of speaking to me. You know all about me pretty much. You know what I'm like. You know that I like to have a laugh. But if I was to go on a first date or, say, I don't know, a restaurant, for instance, right? The most embarrassing bit is getting someone to feed me. I can't feed myself unless it's at the height of like my computer is the height of my top half of me. But if I've just met someone, I don't want to then start eating like that, like I do at home in front of other people. Like just stick your face in it. Type of thing. That's what I do when I'm at home. No one sees me, apart from you guys when I'm filming. But yeah, it is a turn off in a way. Some women out there might like it. Don't know. Never experienced any woman that does like it. But yeah, another question I got asked was, do you find that people come up to you more and be sympathetic that you're in a wheelchair? Yeah and no. Not where I live in the town, because everyone knows me. I'm quite popular around the town. But I'll say this for instance. A couple of years ago, a mate of mine and me went to Douglas, which is the capital of the Isle of Man, all shopping centres, and he was pushing me, just leaning on the back of my chair. I drive myself, and I think was it a couple that came up to us? Yeah, anyway. And he asked my mate, is he okay? And that really annoys me, because most people just see wheelchair and think, you're mentally not there neither. So stuff like that does annoy me. I find that if I'm talking online to someone, we'll have a really, really, really good chat and a good laugh. And as soon as I mention wheelchair, the conversation stops. Initially, they're always like, oh, it doesn't bother me if you're in a wheelchair. And then 5 or 10 minutes later after talking, it just stops. I mean, I like to think that I'm quite open about my disability. That the fact that I'm willing to answer any questions that anyone gives me, I'll try and answer them the best I can. And I quite often when I when I mention that I'm in a wheelchair, especially when I'm speaking to people online that I don't know, the questions start coming, like, have you always been in a wheelchair? Yes. Do you live with your parents still? No. And then I get all sorts of questions like, do you get people coming in? And do you get help? And it's almost like it turns the women off, because it was the same with my ex. When we first got into this flat, she was saying to me, oh, I don't really want people coming in. And I can understand that from her point of view, and I respected that. But at the end of the day, I wanted her to be, my fiance, not a carer. And I just don't think people can switch from being a carer to being someone's girlfriend. Naturally, people want to help me out. But that's the only thing I struggle with in a relationship. That people want to help me, and I don't want people to help me, because I want to have a normal relationship. But as I said, naturally people want to help, which is good. I'm not saying it's a bad thing at all, but for a relationship status, it is really, because I don't want the other person feeling like they have to care for me, if you know what I mean. So when I go for meals and that with people that I don't know, at first date, yeah, it's really embarrassing. I usually try and just say, do you want to go for a coffee, and then go for a walk or something, just until I get to know the person. Yeah, it's like, I'm going to talk a bit about my ex now. We first met in college a couple of years back. We clicked straight away. Well, I thought we clicked straight away. No, I think we did. And we started hanging out more. I moved up to the north of the island, where she lived. That wasn't as coincidence. I was actually in care from 16. Was it 16 or 17? It was either 16 or 17 years of age, and the care home there was to the age 18. And I had to move from care to Leonard, Cheshire and Ramsey. Now, it wasn't a coincidence that I moved, but we just kept meeting up and just hanging out. Really, she knew me from college, so she knew I was in a wheelchair, and things just went from there. Really, we applied for this flat 4 or 5 years ago. No, it was longer than that. It was 5, 6 years ago. So we applied for this place because I didn't feel like I wanted to stay in Leonard, Cheshire, as it's more of it's an independent living centre. It's independent living. I felt that I was already independent anyway. Therefore, I wanted to move out and join the community, because I'd come from the community and I felt like over there was a little bit sheltered for me. Don't get me wrong, what the guys do over there, they're really good at their job, but I just felt it wasn't for me. So a couple of weeks after moving in there, I actually applied for a council house, and there was 3 years waiting list. It would have been longer, but I've got a really good social worker, so that helped. So yeah, me and my ex moved into this apartment together. There was a bit of hum and hawing about rent and stuff, and I don't care if it starts an argument with us now. We're in good terms at the minute, but if she's watching this video, if you're watching this video, then just listen. But we had a bit of a humming and hawing about whose name was going on the rent, whose name does it come in. Well, we tried to explain to her that, how do I put it, that if we were to put a joint, we were going to try and put a joint name on it, right? But if anything ever happened, that I would get the flat. And she couldn't understand why that was. It was a joint custody, but then we should have a joint discussion of who gets to keep the flat. But fortunately, in my position, it is a lot easier to rehome her than it would be for me. I.e., can I get in the new property? Are the doors wide enough? Has it got a wet room? You know, stuff like that. So therefore, it was easier to rehome her, and we had to state that in the contract. So we agreed to that in the end, and I think from there, really, once we'd settled in, I think she was missing people doing stuff for her. She's an only child, and I mean, don't get me wrong. We had a laugh. Everything we did, we took, you know, chip on the shoulder type of thing. We didn't really take anything serious. I mean, I wasn't very good with money when I first moved in. She wasn't very good with money when she first moved in, so that was a milestone that we had to get through ourselves. But we managed it. We got there in the end. I fell into a bit of debt through a catalogue, but I managed to get out of that by paying so much a month. That's nearly at the end now. I think there's only a couple hundred left on it. But that just comes out of my bank account now, every month. So, anyway, we lived together for about a year and a half, and she decided that she didn't want to be with me anymore, which is fair enough. I wasn't going to force her. And stuff happened, and blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to get into that. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Going back to sex. God. No, me and the ex didn't have sex. I don't really know why. We were together 4 years. Well, I do know why, but I'm not going to go into that as it was a promise. But stuff happened, and with her, that she felt she wasn't ready for sex. So therefore, I was, that's fine with me. 4 years, I was fine with it, and I feel like she left me to go and have sex pretty much. I thought I was doing the right thing by not having sex with her. But there you go. I thought I was being a nice guy and appreciating the fact that she wasn't ready. There was occasions where we did try, but she just kept saying that she wasn't ready, and I had to respect that. I'm a nice guy. I didn't want to force anything on her. So this went on for about 4 years. She ended up leaving. I got the flat, and yeah, I couldn't be happier at the minute. Got you guys to thank on the other end of these videos for the past couple of weeks. I'm in my happy place at the minute. I have decent friends around me, decent carers that come in a couple of times a day. Yeah, you get the odd nutter, but there's nutters everywhere. I feel like when she first moved out, it's the very first time in my life I've ever lived by myself. I mean, I came from a family home to Elena, Cheshire, where there's millions of people. Not millions of people, but there's quite a few people and quite a few staff. So, yeah, I'm not going to lie, I was really nervous about her going. The first couple of months was really hard. I had to figure out ways I could do stuff myself. I'd never been in this situation before, so I didn't really know what I was doing. But, as I said, I'm in a happy place at the minute. Yes, going back to sex. It's weird. Yes, I'm still a virgin, don't care. 25 years old, not had sex, not a big deal. You see some people out there at 14 years old having sex, or 16 years old and having babies. So, I'm not too fussed. But I hope it does happen one day before I'm older. But I'm not, because I've never had it, I'm not really bothered about it. Yes, it can happen. I can have sex, and I can, produce. Sorry, Mum, if you watch this video, but I just want to clarify for you out there that yes, I can have sex, and yeah, pretty much that's pretty much. I went off track a bit there talking about my ex. and how we met and stuff, and I don't know why I went through that, but it obviously needed to come out. So, yeah, I think that's about it for this. Can you stop with the, sex questions now, please, as well, through Twitter? It's a bit weird. Yeah, I'm going to close off the video now, guys. I hope you liked it. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. And could you share and subscribe with all your friends? And I'll hopefully won't lose any viewers from this. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.